Here's everything you need to know about the modern understanding of endometriosis. Hey, it's Rami. I'm an endo and adeno warrior myself. I was on hormonal therapy for 13 years and now I'm on my way to a pain-free life and put my endo in remission. I'm here to help you with all the anti-inflammatory lifestyle tips, endometriosis information and movements that nourishes your body and helps you regain your life. So get cozy, get some blankets, something to drink, and let's talk about endo. Endometriosis is a chronic disease that affects 1 in 10 women. So it's roughly 400 million people around the globe. It's just crazy. 1/3 of us struggles with excruciating pain. 1/3 of us struggles with infertility. There are some of us who struggles with digestive issues, and half of us may have very little or no symptoms at all. The average time to get a diagnosis is 7 to 10 years with this condition. Endometriosis is one of the 20 most painful conditions in the world. When I first heard the word endometriosis in the doctor's office, I didn't feel anything because my doctor basically said that this is a normal disease and I have nothing to worry about. Just go back to my life, and when I'm ready to get pregnant, come back to his office, have a surgery, and it will be all set. He specifically told me not to Google the word endometriosis because there are so many fake informations out there. Of course, I immediately Googled the word endometriosis, and the things that came up was horrifying. I remember I cried in my car for hours after I read the headlines of the articles in Google, and I was devastated because I just saw that there is no cure. I will have infertility, I will have this excruciating pain for the rest of my life. I was really devastated and had no idea how to go on with my life with this diagnosis. So this was my first impression with endo, and after the shock faded, I started to go deep in the knowledge of endometriosis that was available. And I found Katie Edmonds. Her blog was a mind-blowing experience to read for the first time because it has so different opinion than my doctors and that I heard from the doctors I visited. Katie Edmonds published a book called Heal Endo, and this book is like the gold standard, I think, of course with proper excision surgery. This should be the book that every endo warrior go to. When I read the book, it was game-changing for me. There was so much new information and new research in the book that shifted my thinking about how I should approach my healing process with endometriosis. This is the book you need, and I will be gathering some information together for you today. There's a sentence in the book, and I will read it out loud because it's just genius. Here's the truth. Endometriosis is an inflammatory condition rooted in immune dysfunction. Although endo is affected by estrogen, it's not caused by estrogen. And while symptoms are often related to menstrual cycle and reproduction, endometriosis is really a full-body disease. It's systemic. This sentence is just mind-blowing, literally. This is the way we should think about endo. It's so different from the perspective that we heard from doctors in the last couple of years. For me, understanding that endo is an inflammatory condition rather than a hormonal disease was groundbreaking. It shifted my perspective how I should approach my illness. I was on hormonal therapy for years, and for 9 years I was kind of okay, but in the last couple of years I was struggling with excruciating pain, and I just didn't know how is it possible that the hormones I got stopped my cycle and I still have this really high 10 out of 10 pain, and how is it possible they are treating it with hormone and it's a hormonal disease. So I was keep asking these questions, that what's wrong with my body that the hormones are not working. And reading this book, like, you know, the light bulb moment in your life, and oh my God, for so many years I was in pain because they treated me the other way around. This book gave me the shift and the strength to able to see a path, to see a way that I can have a cure for myself. And of course, endo is a chronic disease, so it will stick for the rest of my life. Just it matters that if I'm in pain every day, or like the illness is stopped and it's deactivated, and I can have remission in the condition. So for us to understand more this inflammatory condition, we need to understand what inflammation is. I'm not a doctor. I will just speak in normal language how I interpret the things from the book and the things I read in researches. So inflammation is something that your immune system does to protect you from harm, from injuries, from invaders, from viruses and everything that can happen to you and your body. When you have a trigger, for example, a virus, bacteria, or you cut your hand, inflammation goes to the scene, sanitize it and clean everything and protect you from dying. Think about the last time you had fever, for example. It meant that you had a virus or a bacteria that might have killed you, but inflammation goes into the scene, made this body-wide fever, and it kept you alive. So in the book, Katie Edmonds do this analogy with inflammation, that you should think about inflammation as a fire-breathing dragon. When you have some injuries, this fire-breathing dragon goes to the scene, do the fire. This inflammation basically helps you, keep you alive. But chronic inflammation is a whole other story, and it's really different from the inflammation that I just told you about. Chronic inflammation means that your fire-breathing dragon is on all the time. It's not going to sleep, and it's not going to hang out with the other dragons in your body. It's on all the time, meaning that it gives you more harm than good because it's breathing fire all the time. You can imagine what it does to your body. Chronic inflammation also triggers your immune system. It means that your immune system got confused, and basically it does things that it shouldn't do, and it doesn't things that it should. So this creates the immune dysfunction. This confused immune system is the thing that helps your endometriosis-like cell rooting down. I usually think as my endometriosis-like cell has this claws, and it's just putting the claws in my organs inside my body. So when you have this rooting down, nailing thing, it means that your immune system connects your endometriosis with your blood system and also your oxygen system. So now you have a full-blown endo, and it'll stick to your organ, and that's the time when you cannot get rid of this endo. There are some researches that they found endometriosis-like cell in people that have normal immune responses, and their bodies getting rid of the endometriosis-like cell and cleaning it out. However, if a body has this immune dysfunction, it's not working as it should be, so your endometriosis-like cells has the ability to rooting down because of your immune dysfunction. So we can thank that we have endo, our system basically. Once you have a full-blown endo, it means that it has its own inflammatory triggers, so it creates this vicious circle. It doesn't matter where your endo rooted down, it triggers the whole body. So it means that your whole body gets triggered by your endometriosis. I know this is like super new information, and we need time to like transitioning the old way we think about endo to this approach, but this is the way we should think about endo. It's a systemic disease, it affects your whole body, and it's an inflammatory condition rooted in your immune dysfunction. Also, there is more to this condition. Katie Edmonds did an interview with Dr. Dan Martin. He is the medical director of Endometriosis Foundation of America. There is a question in the book to Dr. Martin how we should rethink endo and switch the perspective of ours, and he suggests to compare endo to another disease that is also inflammatory and we are all familiar with, and it's acne. He suggests 3 basic things we should think with endo as well. First, acne has different types, and endo has different types as well. Now we have 4 stages for endo, but doctors found 65 different types of endo regarding where it is, how aggressive it is, what pain it gives you, and so many other factors. So first, we should think that endo has different types. Second, acne is a multifactorial disease, meaning that there are several contributors that help develop this disease, such as bacteria, virus, toxins in your body, stress, so much more. Endo is the same. It has different multifactorial things that helps you develop endo. So yeah, it means you didn't do anything wrong to get endo. You didn't just catch this disease. It means that there were several factors in your life, maybe in your previous life, in your genetics, that have you develop this condition. And the third thing is that acne is affected by estrogen. It's not caused by estrogen, it's not a hormonal disease, but it is sensitive to estrogen. And it's the same with endo. Endo is not a hormonal disease, but it is estrogen sensitive. If we think about endo as it has different types, has multifactorial things that led into this condition, estrogen sensitive. It means that it can regress and progress, such as acne. This is a whole new perspective. If we think endo like that, it means that we have the power in ourselves to go from an active endo to a passive endo, or even a deactivated endo, meaning that we stopped our condition and we have a remission in our life and we are pain-free, because that's all we want. So the new goal should be to stop endoing, and that is why I named my channel To Stop Endoing, because that is my goal, and help you stop endoing as well. This approach is not a quick fix. It's not a band-aid as contraceptives or painkillers or something like that. It's a lifestyle change that can help. So this is everything you need to know about how endo establishes in your body and how you get full-blown endometriosis. It's really important to say that everyone is different, so every endometriosis creation is different as well. Everyone has a unique story, so you need to find your unique way how to approach your endo. But if you have a root cause, which is inflammation, and your immune dysfunction, you have a chance for a full endometriosis remission. If you found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you hit subscribe, and see you in the next video.